Hey, my name is Garv, and the topic for today is the mediocrity trap. Have you ever found yourself late at night with the crushing realization that you are mediocre, not special or extraordinary in any meaningful way? Whether you're 15, 25, 40, or 65, chances are you have experienced this existential dread at some point. Now, here's a truth that most people won't admit: you are indeed mediocre. And not just you, virtually everyone you've ever met in your entire life has been mediocre as well. We're all living lives of mediocrity. Now, this is not some nihilistic statement, it's a statistical reality. By definition, most people cluster around the average in most domains. That's literally what average means. Now, some of you may think, but what about exceptional people? What about Olympic athletes, brilliant scientists, or renowned artists? Well, even these so called exceptional individuals are mediocre in most areas of their lives. The Olympic swimmer might be extraordinary in the pool, but average elsewhere. And even within their expertise, they're only temporarily at the top. Records break, new talents emerge, age takes its toll. Today's extraordinary becomes tomorrow's mediocre. So, if mediocrity is our universal condition, why does it bother us so much? Why do we treat it like a disease to be cured rather than the fundamental human condition? The reason is simple. We've been all sold a lie. We've been told that being extraordinary is both achievable and necessary for fulfillment. We are convinced that our lives lack meaning unless we are special in the eyes of others. This is the mediocrity trap. Most people don't actually want to succeed so much as they simply don't want to fail. There's a danger to being visible, to standing out. And this is actually rational because extraordinary people are, by definition, extraordinary. They deviate from normative behaviors and values. Being extraordinary means being willing to take the risk, to be the unusual, to diverge from accepted paths, to potentially face ridicule, criticism, or rejection. I've struggled with this myself. Despite many blessings, I've been consumed by not having made a mark on the world. Nothing that would outlive me or make strangers know me by my name. What helped me break through was asking myself, what would I still do if I knew I couldn't succeed at it? This question completely shifted my perspective. It forces us to confront what truly matters beyond the shallow metrics of societal applause. What I came to understand and what I hope to help you understand is that a fulfilling life isn't something you can buy off the rack. It's custom tailored to your individual values, passions, and priorities. An extraordinary life isn't about being extraordinary to others. It's about creating a life that feels extraordinary to you. The mediocrity trap confuses external achievement with internal fulfillment. It convinces us that the path to satisfaction lies in accumulating accomplishments that others deem impressive, rather than in cultivating experiences that we personally find meaningful. This is a recipe for perpetual dissatisfaction because there will be always be someone more accomplished, more recognized, and more extraordinary than you. This leads us to the problem of comparison, which is the primary fuel for the mediocrity trap. When you compare yourself to others, you will inevitably find someone who seems better in some way. Your mind will then focus on this perceived deficit, ignoring all the areas where you might excel or simply be content. I'm reminded of the famous Stoic philosopher Epictetus, who said, if you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid. The wisdom here is that true growth and fulfillment come when we stop performing for the approval of others and start living according to our own carefully considered values. So, what's the solution? Do we simply resign ourselves to mediocrity and give up on improving? Not at all. The solution lies in reframing how we think about mediocrity itself. First, recognize that being mediocre in most areas is not a failure, it's the human condition. You don't have the time or capacity to be extraordinary at everything, nor would you want to be, right? Being average at most things is not just acceptable, it's necessary to create space for the few things that actually matter to you. Second, shift your focus from external validation to internal fulfillment. Ask yourself what activities give me a sense of flow, purpose, or joy, regardless of how good I am at them. This is where the true source of meaningful life lies. Not in being the best, but in being engaged in what matters to you. Third, embrace the concept of good enough. There's a psychological state called satisficing, a combination of satisfy and suffice, where you aim for adequacy rather than perfection. And research shows that people who satisfice in most areas of life report higher levels of happiness than those who constantly try to maximize or optimize. And finally, reserve your pursuit of excellence for the few domains that genuinely matter to you. We all have limited resources: time, energy, money, attention. By consciously choosing where to invest these resources, you can achieve mastery in areas that truly reflect your values while happily being mediocre in the rest. Let me tell you something. I'm mediocre at most things. I'm mediocre in martial arts, athletics, cooking, writing, making videos. I do many, many things, and I'm mediocre in almost all of them. But I made peace with that because I've identified a few areas where I genuinely want to excel and I focus my energy there. This is not settling, it's strategic living. So, what do you think about this topic? Let me know in the comments below, and please like this video and share it with someone who you think might benefit from its message. Thank you for listening. See you in the next one.